GoPro's voice control is a really handy feature that allows you to perform actions on your GoPro without using your hands. Setting up and using GoPro's voice control is super easy, and in this video, I'm going to show you how. From the back screen, swipe it down. Here on the left-hand side, you can see an icon with a head and an X. If we just tap on that, voice control on appears at the top of the screen, and your GoPro is ready to go straight away with voice commands. The second method of turning on voice command on GoPro is the one that I prefer because it gives you a few more options. That can be done quite easily by swiping down from the back screen, swiping to the right, and this time we're going to choose the option here on the right where it says Preferences. Tap on Preferences and you'll find the second option is Voice Control. So we're just going to tap on that. And once we do that, we get into the Voice Control menu. We tap on the first option, we come to the Voice Control screen and we can just swipe it down and we've turned Voice Control on. So the second option here is called Wake On Voice, and this is an option that is not on the GoPro Hero 10, but you can find it on some earlier models, and I'll include those in the description down below. The way how this one works is if you turn this option on, you can shut down the GoPro and then turn it back on with your voice. So we'll show you how to do that now. So we tap on here and we put the slider up to on. It's all set to go. Now from this screen here or from any screen on the GoPro, I can now go GoPro turn off, and just like that the GoPro has been shut down. GoPro turn on. And as you can see, it's only taken a few seconds for the GoPro to turn on and be ready to go. The next option down the bottom here we have is language. So if we click on that, you'll find there are 11 different languages that you can choose from, including Chinese, English, all the way down here. Oops. We even have Korean, Japanese, Russian, Portuguese, Spanish, and even Swedish as well. One thing I do like about it is for English, it actually has 4 different options. So for 4 different accents, like the Australian accent, or Indian, or UK accent, and of course the American accent here, your GoPro is able to recognize the voice and those sort of intonations from those parts of the world. So because I'm Australian, I'm going to click on Australian, English. The bottom option is super handy. It's called Commands. And if we click on that one, it's going to bring up all the commands that are available for you to use on your GoPro when you turn the voice control on. There's a lot to choose from. I'll include a full list of these commands in the description below. Now let's have a little bit of fun and test out some of those wonderful commands. All right, so we're going to start off with the easiest and the simplest option, which is GoPro, start recording. And in a matter of seconds or moments, the GoPro has turned itself on and it's recording in video mode. You can tell by the red light flashing there on the left-hand side that it's definitely operating. Okay, GoPro, stop recording. And as quick and easy as that, your GoPro has turned off. And one of the cool things about the GoPro is you are not just restricted to using the commands for video. You can use it for the photo options as well. GoPro, take a photo. GoPro, take a photo. All right, just like that, the GoPro's taken a nice photograph. But of course, there are different options that you can use within that photo mode. So we're going to try one of them now. GoPro, shoot burst. And in a matter of moments, the GoPro has fired off a whole bunch of photographs straight after each other, which is one of the awesome things that are part of the burst option. And of course, from those photos, you can choose the best one that suits your circumstance. GoPro time-lapse. Okay, so now the GoPro is in time-lapse mode and it's recording merrily there. And to turn it off, you just got to basically say, GoPro, stop time-lapse. GoPro, stop time-lapse. Okay, so we're just going to switch it back to the other mode right now. So GoPro video mode. So this is a really cool feature that we're going to talk about right now, which is called highlights, which is basically adding a tag to your footage, which can make life easier in the editing suite. I must add though that this is only really useful if you use the GoPro's app to do your editing. It doesn't apply to other editing packages. So we're going to show you how that one works right now. So we go GoPro start recording, and GoPro's fired up. Now, if you are recording some footage and you see something that you definitely want to include in your footage later on when you're doing editing, and you can just say something as simple as GoPro highlight. So what it does is it adds a little tag basically to your footage, and when you play it back through the app, you will see the highlight has been included there, and that's actually a really pretty cool option if you use GoPro's app to edit. GoPro's voice commands are a great feature, but there are a few things to be aware of. First of all, you want to make sure you have the latest firmware, so your voice control commands will be most effective. Secondly, every command has to start with the words GoPro. GoPro start recording, GoPro take photo. Just remember that when you're using voice commands. Another thing to remember is that you need to be relatively close to your GoPro. Within 1 to 2 meters is ideal. And then again, that still depends on whether your location is windy or noisy. In those situations, you will need to be closer. Also, if your GoPro is in a protective housing, like say you're going diving or using it for water sports, then the voice command won't be effective at all. The GoPro won't always recognize what you're saying straight away. So even in this video, you saw there were a couple of instances where I had to give the commands a couple of times before it started working on the GoPro. Another really good tip is we want to make sure that you have the beeps turned on when you are using the GoPro, as this will tell you that your GoPro has picked up what you are saying. Hindsight is another great feature that you can use on your GoPro as well. With this feature, your GoPro effectively starts recording 30 seconds or up to 30 seconds before you press the shutter. To learn more about this awesome feature, click on this video now. As usual, thanks for your company. It's always great having you along. And until next time, I will see you later.